welcome back to the Sim Twins. I'm Bree, and today we are in Create a Sim, and we are making the three main characters from the Percy Jackson series. So of course we have to create Percy Jackson, Annabeth Chase, and Grover Underwood. So here we are, we're starting with Percy, and I really did think that Logan Lerman, he actually fit what I thought Percy would look like from the books to a television or movie adaptation. I thought they did a good job of casting him. I think the only thing that I had the problem with was his age. He was a little bit older, because in the Percy Jackson series, the characters are only like 11 when you first start out. So it's kind of like everybody was hoping that it would be like the Harry Potter series, and they would get, you know, maybe more unknown actors, kid actors to play these characters, but they got like full-grown adults to play them. So it was not what everyone thought it was going to be. But yeah, I think if Logan Lerman had just been if he had been the correct age for Percy Jackson, he would have been like 12 years old or something, maybe 13, I can't remember. They're like teenagers. They're like young teenagers. If he would have been that age, I think he would have fit perfectly, because he has the darker hair, and I feel like though the whole thing about his eyes is his eyes are seafoam green because he's the son of Poseidon. So that was kind of like a big point in the movie. So I think they could have definitely either used contacts or something else to make his eyes that way. But here I am, I'm just working on Percy's nose, and I really think, like, because he is the son of Poseidon, that he should have more of like Greek Adonis features, like how everyone says, like, very handsome men, or having a very chiseled face and stuff like that. So it's kind of like making him have a chiseled face. I did make them teenagers, just because I thought if they were a child for The Sims, they would just be too young. Because, I don't know, I feel like we need like a life stage between children and young adults, or children and teenagers, or just make the teenagers look more different from young adults, because I think teenagers, there was a complaint from another simmer that was like, yeah, the young adults and teenagers pretty much are like exactly the same, which is true. I think like in Sims 4 it was like, wasn't that like teenagers were shorter than young adults, I think, but even like, but for guys, like sometimes they are, as a teenager they can be as tall as adults, and girls too, like they can just be that same height, and then that's the height they'll be while they're young adults too. So there's also that, but I think like maybe more with facial features and stuff like that would kind of make them, or not really facial features, but I don't know how to explain this, something to more differentiate like a teenager from a younger teenager to an older teenager. But that's a lot of variety of ages, so it's really weird. Anyway, here I am trying to pick out Percy's shirt. So the big thing about the book is that once they get to Camp Half-Blood, they all wear these orange t-shirts to see Camp Half-Blood. Unfortunately, we do not have just like a regular neck t-shirt for guys that's just orange, like just plain orange. We have some that have like designs on them, but we don't have any that are just like plain orange, and I wish. So this is the closest thing to this V-neck, which I do not love. I'm not in love with it, but it was that color that I was thinking of. So here I am just giving him some shorts. And then also another thing was that they had beads. So I did find a necklace that I kind of liked. I was kind of going through like which necklace that I liked. But anyway, they have beads to represent the number of years they've been in Camp Half-Blood, and obviously like I can't choose the number of beads on this necklace, so I just used that one that kind of looked like they were more bead-like to show that. And then here I am, I'm starting on Annabeth Chase, and let me just tell you, the movies did not do Annabeth Chase justice. Just like with the way the actress looked, the actress had brown hair, and I don't even remember what color eyes. Like, she was a fine actress, and she was also like in her 20s trying to play this character, and they really should have got a young teenager. But anyway, like the big thing about Annabeth Chase is that she has blonde hair. She's blonde haired and has gray eyes. So here I was just like trying to figure out what kind of hairstyle I wanted for her. I knew her her like representative hairstyle is a ponytail, so I was trying to look at the ponytails that we had in Create a Sim and see which one I liked, and I kind of went with this one. I thought like maybe it was like a little too poofy at the top, so I wanted to put on a hat, because she also is known for her baseball cap. But then it hit her ponytail, and I was like, oh, well, that doesn't work. So I wish we had like a hat that you could wear ponytails with, and like the hair would come out of the back. Maybe there are some like creative maybe there's some custom content out there where the hair sticks out the back, but I mean, like, that's like a really normal thing. When you wear a ball cap for girls, or if you have long hair, you traditionally pull it out through the back of the cap. So I wish that they had a hat like that here in The Sims, but here I am just kind of trying to fix her face. Yeah, her face is like, I didn't know if to make it like super round or anything, but I could also like, it was, you know, she doesn't have like, I didn't imagine her having like a super round face, but here I am just like changing up a lot of stuff, and I like try to change her mouth, but then I think sometimes like when you use the presets or like the pre-made like ones to use as your base, sometimes you're just like, oh no, that doesn't fit with the overall face shape, so then you just have to change it around. So, you know, there's a lot of changing and a lot of, you know, faces. To me, creating faces are hard. When you look at a reference, I think it's easier if you're not looking at a human reference, because obviously the Sim is never going to look like a real human unless by some means you use some like Photoshop, or you use more like, I guess if you use more alpha content, I guess you can make them look more like that. But I don't have really many alpha content for creating them for like their faces and stuff. I do have them for I got contacts, so as you can see, I just put some contacts. And here we are again going through the clothes. So this was also hard because I wanted that orange shirt that matched Percy's, but they don't have one for girls either. They just don't have I just think what we need is just like a basic t-shirt and just have a bunch of different color swatches for it, you know? Like no decorations, just no words, no logos, just a basic t-shirt, and then have a bunch of different color combinations for that, because I think, you know, that's just a pretty basic thing. And then I tried on this collared shirt, but I didn't love it because I was like, no, it doesn't seem very campy. So I do change it back to the first shirt I had, which was more like the mock neck one with no sleeves. It wasn't really mock neck. It's not really mock neck, but anyway, it's got the sleeves, and it's kind of it's a crop top shirt. And then here I am picking out the necklace, but then I realized that with this collared shirt, you can't even see it. So I was pretty disappointed. So that's why I had to change back to the other shirt. But I tried out some other shirts too. But, you know, I mean, just give us, I mean, all we're asking is please give us a basic t-shirt, no graphics, no designs, and just give us a bunch of different color options for them, because, you know, I mean, I think it's pretty normal that people wear just t-shirts, just colored t-shirts without any words or logos on them. And I'm sure I could have found it through custom content, but I don't really love using too much custom content because, one, my computer is slow. I don't have the best computer out there, but also I think it, you know, it's limiting for a lot of people if they like want to download yourself, and you can download these guys in our gallery. Our gallery is the Sim Twins 14, so these guys will be up there, and I think you will have to choose include custom content, because I tried to, so I have the only custom content part is that they have contacts for their eyes, because I wanted their eyes to look more like it, so I put that in there. So I did take them off, but then when I still tried to upload them to the gallery, it still had the modded thing there. So, like, you know, it had the checkbox that said modded. So if you do want to download these guys, please make sure you include custom content so you can see them. I think the version that we have up there now doesn't have the contacts in them, so it's not really modded, but it won't let me change that. So anyway, here we are working on Grover, and I debated on his hair color. I was like, but he's like a satyr or a fawn, you know, some people call him satyr, fawn. And then I was like, okay, well, we'll just go kind of like a tawny brown for his hair, and then here I'm just trying to decide what kind of hairstyle. And then I go with the shaggy hair because I think, well, he's a satyr, so his, you know, his hair is kind of like, you know, all bushy. So just to keep it very kempt anyway. And then I'm like fixing his eyes and stuff, and oh my goodness, faces are hard for me just because like I want it to look okay. But yeah, and then anyway, the casting choice for Grover in the movies was fine. They chose an actor of African American descent, which I thought was really cool that they, you know, changed and didn't make all the main characters of the same ethnicity. So I thought it was cool that they chose an African American person just to include some more diversity in the cast. But I just kept my version of him as Caucasian, just because I thought that would. Well, that was like when I was imagining, when I read the book when I was a kid, I imagined him that way, which I think a lot of people nowadays are trying to add more diversity into stuff and change characters from what their original whatever in like the book, their original form in the book or whatever. They're trying to change them. So maybe, you know, sometimes you'll see like a male character be changed into a female character to add more diversity with genders and stuff like that. So yes, I mean, I think it's great that they're doing that. But for him, I just kept him as Caucasian male, and I thought that really kind of matched. And then I was trying to think about, like, okay, his pants were, I kind of wanted to give the illusion, not really the illusion, you know, because he's a satyr, so he has satyr legs or whatever. So he can't really wear shorts, or then people would see his legs. But anyway, here we are looking at our final characters. We've got Percy, just taking some screenshots of him, obviously. And then we're going back to Annabeth. There we go, Annabeth Chase. I guess them both like the gray shorts because I didn't know what kind of shorts they really wore at Camp Half-Blood. But, you know, just stuff to like get burn on. And then finally, we have Grover Underwood. Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I make sure you can go download them in the gallery. Yeah, just remember the Sim Twins 14. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!